Hey guys, this is John Ward with Appalachian Channel, and I am in Clarkrange, Tennessee with Keith Smith. He's the owner of A to Z Printing, but it's actually, to me, A to Z Antiques, because you've got amazing collection of antiques. You're going to want to watch this video to the end. There are a lot of stuff here to see. We're not going to get all of it in on this video because he has a massive collection of antiques here on display for sale, and he's got them displayed in a way that I've never really seen. I mean, it's just so neat and organized. He's just spent many years, ever since he was a kid, collecting, and we're going to see some of his stuff, and he's going to tell us about it. And he is a part of the 127 World's Longest Yard Sale, because right here where he's at in Clarkrange, outside of Jamestown is where it started. So when you do the 127, the most of the vendors that I found set up is going to be from Clarkrange up to Jamestown. And so if you're coming down Interstate 40, you get off in Crossville and come that way. Come north, and you're about 18 miles north of Crossville. And so even if you're not coming to the 127, this is a destination to come to check out, because he's just got some of the most amazing stuff. And we're going to have to make several videos because we're not going to get it all on this trip. We'll have to come back and see you again one day. And I know people's going to say, slow down, I didn't get to see everything. But we can't take as much time as we'd like if we're going to get the video done in 45 minutes. So it would take days to show everything in here. But you can call him. His number will be in the description, and he has a Facebook page, and that information will be there too. So you want to tell us a little about your history? You started out as a kid collecting, didn't you?
Yeah, when I was about 12 years old. Instead of playing sports, I was working and going to auctions and buying.
Yeah.
I've collected toys all my life. That's probably the main thing I've collected. I've got thousands of toys. I've got antique phonographs and just a little bit of everything. The first antique automobile that I ever bought, I was 13 years old. I bought a 1938 Rio pickup for $125.
A pickup truck.
Pickup. I've owned over 1,500 vehicles all my life.
My goodness. I know you have a lot of interesting vehicles here. You got like small vehicles that I've never seen. So we'll try to touch on some of them and look at them. But let's just walk down this first aisle right here a little bit and just look at some of these lanterns. And you got tools, and you've just got a little bit of everything. It's just amazing.
Yeah, we got a big collection of lanterns, old lanterns. They go from early 1900s on up. And then the Coleman lanterns, they're all different years. People collect just about any little bit of anything in this kind of stuff here. And we've got, there's no rhyme or reason for it, but I mean, I've got so much different things that I collected over the years. You
got something over here we talked about yesterday that I thought was really interesting, because you don't see this much. You've got a Honda motorcycle over here.
Yep, Honda 50 Mini Trail, 1969. I bought that brand new. And it don't even have 200 miles on it. So
we'll try to get a picture on the outside out there. It's got a tag on it. Did you tag it, or was
no,
it?
No,
you just put it on there for the looks?
Yep.
And so let's just go down this aisle right here. Let's just try to hit every aisle here.
Like for people that wants to collect pop bottles, I got all sorts of pop bottles, metal cans, oil cans, a little bit of everything. And a lot of people think, well, this is more of a guy store. No, it's not. We got other stuff too. I mean, we got a lot of glass stuff.
Now here's something I collect, Keith. I collect some of the oilers here, and I'll just tell you, I don't have my glasses on, but does that say $5 on them?
Yep.
That's a good price on them. You got.
I saw a lot of them.
You know, I usually see those going for around $10, $12.
Yeah. Same way with these. These are $7. Cans. I got cans everywhere. And,
oh, you do? I didn't even notice them. There's so much in here.
So much stuff hanging.
Oh yeah, I see a can right there, $12.
Yeah,
that's a great price on that.
And
that includes tax too when they come. That's $12 included.
Yep, that's all included. And there's glass stuff.
Gulf.
Gulf.
Kerolite. What is that? Kerosene.
Kerosene. Yeah.
Kerosene. Okay, they sold it in a gallon or 2-gallon can or something. 2-gallon can looks like.
Antique cameras.
Oh yeah, cameras. Oh, I love the cameras and the radios. $14.
I sell a lot lot of stuff to dealers too. So I mean,
you resell to other
yep.
people for their shops.
Yep.
So if they come in and buy quite a bit, you'll give them a deal, I guess.
Oh
so.
yeah, more tins, license plates.
Oh gosh, you do have license plates, don't you? Gosh, you know, we was in here for about an hour yesterday and just kind of got a little bit of a...
The only problem is there's no Tennessee plates in there. When I get any Tennessee plates, they go so fast and they're expensive.
Does Tennessee cost more? Well, just because you're in Tennessee, you think they cost you more?
And they made less license plates.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it makes them more valuable. I didn't realize that.
A lot more valuable. But you can see my toy collection there.
Oh yeah.
That's part of it.
Oh yeah, they're all through the store. Let's just take a little look right here. You got this is how you pronounce that? Nylet?
Nylet. Yep.
Nylet.
Yeah, I collected a lot of Nylet stuff.
So did you buy this stuff as a kid? Some of it.
Yep. And there's toys over there by where my counter is that I've had ever since I was a kid. I got them for Christmas, you know.
And you kept them.
I kept them. Yep.
So that's a true collector, because I've got one toy from a kid. That's about it. Most of mine got
antique radios, antique phonographs.
Yeah, it's I like the TV. $39. How about that?
Yeah, I had quite a few TVs in here. Well, my mom and dad were in the television and radio business for 40 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I collected a lot of old TVs and radios and that. I had over 200 radios at one time.
Yeah.
I've got thousands of tubes that are in the boxes.
So how did this business, it's A to Z screen printing, you did t-shirts and stuff, so how did this turn into the antique store you got today like this?
Well, I've been in the screen printing and sign business for 33 years, and then we bought this building back in 2013, May of 2013, and that's why I decided, well, it'd be a good place to start selling some stuff. And
just started adding it in?
What I always wanted was a place like this, to have a museum and a place to sell stuff. Well, museums don't make money. So, you know, but not everything's for sale in here, but mostly everything is. But sometimes there's things that people just got to have, and they make some offers, you know. Like,
what we got right here? What is this machine? What's this?
That's a dictaphone. You can record on a cylinder.
No kidding. So what year would something like that have been from?
This is from the 40s. This one here is older. This is the 30s.
Oh, wow. How about that? And it records on what in there?
On a disc that goes on there.
You put a disc. Okay, I see right here.
It's got a cylinder deal there.
A cylinder, and it records on that.
Yep.
Then you can take that. Does it play it back too?
Yeah, you can play it back. Yep.
You record and play it back. So yeah, that's something I've never seen before. So let me kind of swoop down through here and get a little bit more of these cars. Are this stuff up here that says not for sale? Is this stuff that you got collected as a kid?
Yeah, yep, a lot of it. Yep.
Wow, you had a massive collection.
And this is nothing. I've got thousands of toys that are stored yet. Building them back, and I got a building at home. I've got a collection of Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars that probably ranges between 30 and 40,000 pieces.
Wow. And
I don't have any of them for sale right now.
Just got them up in storage.
Yep.
So how long was you in the screen printing business? I mean, you said 33 years, but you started out somewhere else.
I was in Illinois. That's where we started out at. Yeah. We moved down here 15 years ago. So love it here.
Like a little slower pace down here for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, right here's the display I absolutely love.
Yeah, Texaco. I collect Texaco.
I can see it says, items in this showcase not for sale. I don't blame you. I don't think I'd sell any of them either. That's beautiful the way you got displayed. So yeah, you've got stuff down in here. In this case,
look at the old dashboard. Kids, you play that. That's what back in the 60s.
That's a toy from the 60s.
Yeah.
I see some old maybe 8mm cameras down there. Yep. Oh, we got some stuff over here. What's these are sometimes
those are Maytag generators. Maytag washing machine company made them back in the 30s.
A generator.
Yep.
I didn't know they made generators in the 30s. So it'll put out 110 power?
Yep, that one there will. Yep.
How about that?
And they made the Maytag gas engines that was on the washing machines.
Yeah, you've got a bunch of them.
Yeah,
We'll come
I've got
across
a few
them here in a
of them.
few minutes. We'll
Yep.
just kind of take our time and go aisle by aisle here because I'd like to get as much in as we can. You've got a lot of horseshoes.
Yep, got a lot of train stuff.
Okay, let's look at the trains then. Here you got the. We can see a better picture of this.
The railroad light.
The light here in a
Crossing
minute. When we get on the other side. But let's look here. What's did you collect trains too as a kid?
Yeah, yeah.
So we talked about this yesterday. You started collecting, but you was able to do that because you was working at 12 years old.
Yep, I was washing dishes in a restaurant at 12 years old, making, it was like 90 cents an hour, I think it was.
And you'd take that money and
Yep, go to auction.
go to auctions at 12 years
Go
old.
on the weekend.
Yeah, and they'd have toys or lot
Oh,
boxes.
toys, and other antiques, and you never know what I was going to bring home, especially when I got my driver's license. Then I was buying more antique cars.
More cars.
Yeah.
You was buying cars even before you had your driver's license.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, and what your dad helped you with this too?
Yeah.
So when you'd go to the auctions and buy stuff, I think yesterday you was talking about you didn't really have friends your own age, really.
No, all my friends were older people that were collecting antiques, and they were in the business, so I learned a lot from them,
Yeah, hung out with older guys that liked antiques.
Yep.
The kids your age normally didn't like stuff like that much, did they? So yeah, that's a cool story about starting collecting at 12 years old. How old was you when you bought the Honda 50 over there?
I was, I would have been about 12, 13 years old. I was in 7th grade.
7th grade when you bought it. And
Yep.
did you make the money from working?
Yep, I worked for a whole year saving up, paid $273 for it, brand new at the Honda dealer. And like I say, it still has the original oil in it from the factory. And it doesn't even have 200 miles on it.
You didn't have time to ride it because you was out buying stuff
Yeah.
all the time. Working and buying and that. So yeah, this is some cool trains here. I'm sure people that collect trains would be really interested in seeing these items that you got. Stuff in this case looks like it's probably for sale, huh?
Yeah, everything's for sale in there. Yep. I just haven't got around to pricing that showcase yet. I just set these up about a month ago.
Okay. This looks like, are they new, brand new showcases? You buy
Yeah,
new?
brand new.
Brand new, yeah. They're nice. You got it, everything displayed so neat. Looks like you built a little...
Like a little garage,
Little garage,
gas
yeah.
station.
Yeah, you took me back there yesterday and showed me your, 1923 delivery truck?
1924 Chevy screen-side delivery truck.
I was off a year, 1924.
Yeah, yep.
Well, maybe we'll get to look at that in a minute. Wow, here's an amazing old gas
Yeah,
pump.
that's from the 1920s.
Oh, wow.
You hand pump the gas up in there and then let it out with the hose.
Well, that's the first one I've seen for sale, Keith.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
seen some of the newer ones.
I sell quite a few pumps. I actually sell quite a few. Usually have some out here in front, inside here, that are restored for sale. I sold all of them at 127 sale time in August.
Well, I saw you had a big sale. You had a good show,
Yeah.
didn't you? You
Yeah.
did good. So, do you restore those pumps yourself sometimes?
I have a friend that does it.
Does it?
Yeah. Down in Columbia, Tennessee.
You've got a lot of pumps still outside, probably.
Oh yeah, I got
8,
a lot
10,
of pumps
15 pumps out there.
They're all for sale. Yep. I mostly bring them from Texas and Oklahoma.
So you go
They're
travel.
rust-free.
Do you set up? I know you do some shows selling your stickers and
Yep.
some things. Do you buy stuff when you're at the
Yep.
shows?
When I'm at the shows, I do a big one in Texas that we buy and sell both there.
So you bring back a lot of stuff with you when you come back.
Yeah.
So look at this right here. This is cool. We got
Harley Davidson motorcycles.
yeah. Small Harley cycles, $3 each, or 2 for $5. Well, heck, that's a good price on them. That ain't bad at all. Oh, check this out. This is original.
The old air meter.
So this has
Air your tires up.
been restored, looks like.
Somebody repainted it, but yeah.
That's amazing. I love it. Got some. These looks like maybe reproduction phones, probably.
Yeah, those were from the 70s.
From the reproductions from the
Yeah.
70s.
I had a few original ones, the crank ones that I sold at the 127 sale time. Like these toys up here, a lot of them I had when I was a kid. I played with them.
So when we see stuff in the wire and it says items not for sale, that's
Yeah.
stuff you collected as a kid, huh?
Yep.
Wow. Where'd you put all these toys as a kid? Where'd you have all this stuff at when you was living at home with your parents? Out in the garage?
Yeah, well, we had a big building that we kept stuff stored in. It had a big basement. And
Just started.
kept collecting and boxing it up. And
Did you sell any of it or trade any of it back then when you was a
Not
kid?
very much with the antique type stuff. I kept most of it, you know. In the 80s, I was selling some antique furniture and that kind of thing, but I don't have much in the way of furniture here because it just takes up too much room.
Right, yeah. I noticed that you don't have any furniture much.
I had a whole bunch of furniture over there that I had sold at 127 sale time.
So here's something we saw yesterday. This washing machine that's in original shape. It's not been restored.
Yep. And it's got the gas engine underneath.
Oh, no way.
The woman would take her foot and kick this, spin it, and that's how it started.
Wow. Now, what year did you say it was?
This here's about 1915.
1915.
Yep.
Now, just out of curiosity, did you get this out of Texas, or where'd this come from?
No, this actually come from here in Tennessee. Portland, Tennessee. Back into September, there was a museum up there. Never even knew there was a museum there. Big museum that had antique tractors, cars, all sorts of antiques. One of the biggest Maytag collection that's ever been. And they had a 5-day auction online only. And
you bought this online?
I bought that online. I bought those 2 generators back there online.
And you went and picked them up after you bought them? Or did they ship them to you?
No, I picked them up.
Picked them up. So yeah, I've seen some old washing machines, but I've never. So this came out of a museum. Is the reason it's in such shape. What did they shut the museum down, or just?
Yeah, they just shut it down and sold the property, and they had just so much stuff. It just was unbelievable. So that washing machine over there came from there.
Okay, yeah. There's another. It came from the same place then. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I wondered how you found these in such good shape, because generally I see them, but they're rusted.
Yeah.
Or so this has got, you can see in here as you're washing.
Glass in there. It was a special made one by Maytag for their dealers could see how it operated inside there.
So the regular one didn't have
no.
So this is very rare then.
Yeah, very rare.
It's not just a normal washing machine that people would have had.
Yeah, it's very rare.
So we got a railroad crossing sign with the lights on it right here.
Yep.
Wow, that's nice.
That stoplight there come from Franklin, Tennessee.
Franklin? Yeah, I know Franklin real good.
Yeah, it used to hang there.
So what year are we thinking that might be from? The 40s?
Probably 40s, yeah.
That's a nice piece. You just, you got cigarette lighters in here.
Oh, yeah, I got all sorts of stuff in there.
So this turns, huh?
Yep, a little bit of everything in here.
Oh, how about that?
I got another one I'm going to be setting up. I got a lot of fishing lures I want to sell.
Well, just the display case itself is interesting.
Oh, yeah. They're hard to find.
I've never seen one that turns like that.
Rotates.
So that looks like that's from the early 70s, possibly.
Yep.
That's the case itself's got to be worth quite a bit of money.
yeah. They're bringing about $1,000 just for that case.
Well, that one's in good shape. It doesn't look like it's been abused.
I've had that one for probably 30 years.
Before you was actually selling stuff, you bought that just to display your personal stuff in.
Yep.
So you said you had a building, a warehouse or something that you had up in. Did you use that for your printing too up there? Or?
No, I had a different building in another different town for that, but I had 4 buildings up there that was full of antiques and antique cars, and, motorcycles. We had motorcycles, but yeah, right here is like a lot of nice antique glass. People like collecting salt and pepper shakers. Look at all these.
Oh yeah, I bought those from my mom, the salt and pepper shakers. Yeah, absolutely.
We had over 600 sets that we put up for sale.
600 sets. Is that stuff you had personally collected just as a?
Yeah, my wife collected them for years.
Your wife collected them. So you was talking earlier about your wife. You still sell stickers on eBay.
Yep.
It's got, what's it called? A to Z stickers on eBay?
Yeah, yep. And we do a lot of custom work for people.
So yeah, these are, I like these because they're small, the salt and pepper shakers. Well, my mom, I'd buy them because she got so much stuff in her house that this makes it where it doesn't take up so much room. So what's the oldest one in there, do you know? The salt and pepper shakers, how far do they go back to?
I believe there's some in there from the 1930s.
The 30s, yeah. What's the most expensive one in there then?
There's a pair of gas pump ones, SO, $29 with the box they came in.
With the box?
Yep,
what year would them been from?
That would have been from the 50s.
The 50s.
Early 50s.
Well, that's with the box. That's hard to find. I bet. So that's not too bad. That's a good view. I'm seeing you got some very reasonable prices here.
Yeah, I try to keep them as low as I can. You know.
Now, I noticed you bought a lot of it up north, and it seems like the further up north you go, you find better stuff.
Yep.
People, it seems like up north, people made better income and bought
Yep.
better stuff and kept.
You can find a lot more. You can go to auctions, farm auctions, and buy stuff, and it's just prices are a lot cheaper. You know.
People don't collect. Do they not collect antiques up north as much as they do in the south, or what is it?
Yeah, they do. It's just over the past few years, money's getting harder to spend up there. So I mean,
makes if you're a reseller or a picker, you go north, you get a little bit better. I noticed that. I bought a lot of stuff when I used to set up at the flea market at the Louisville Expo Center. They'd have an antique market, and I could always get better deals. It seemed, but farther north I went, a little bit cheaper.
You go to Pennsylvania. Oh, there's so much stuff up there. You know, that you can buy, but.
So I see you do a lot of the reproduction signs.
Yep. Die-cast cars. I collected these over from 1980s and 1990s. I had about 500 of them at one time.
So these are things you had bought for your personal collection.
Bought them brand new when it came out.
Did your wife ever complain about all this stuff?
Nope.
No, you done had it when you got married, and she knew what she was to expect.
The bitty house we first bought when we got married, it was only 600 square feet. And I had shelves in the living room, all the way around the living room, with cameras and pop bottles. I had a big pop bottle collection. I had antique phonographs. I had a jukebox in our kitchen, a little bitty kitchen. You know.
How old was you when you got married?
Let's see. I bought the house. I've been 21.
When you was 21.
Yep.
So you didn't have
my first house when I was 19.
When you was 19.
Yep.
Now, what kind of work did you start doing after dishwashing at 12 years old? You must apparently started doing something else.
I worked in a printing company.
You worked for a printing company?
For printing magazines and that.
Okay. Printed, and then eventually you broke off onto you started your own business up there.
Yep.
Well, how about that? So let's see here. You've got, I know Jody was looking at some of these books here yesterday. She wants to buy some of these about what was going on in the year you was born.
Yep.
Is that a pretty good seller for you?
Yeah,
those books?
Yeah, we just started doing them. Just got them in November. So
$6 a piece. You can't beat that.
No.
We just over here's where you did your printing. You've kind of got out of that, I guess. Now the screen printing.
I'm retiring from the screen printing. I'm still going to do sign work.
Sign work. Now, what do you mean by that? The
outdoor signs, and we letter vehicles. And that kind of thing.
You're gonna still do the
I'll still do that.
But not the T-shirts and screen printing. Okay.
All sorts of toys there for sale.
Oh yeah, I was looking at some of these yesterday, and I looked at some of your pictures that you had on Facebook, and some of that stuff's already sold that you posted. Yeah.
I had 6 of these racks out here in the beginning.
6, yeah, right. I saw those on your Facebook page. Because I saw that you had one vehicle that had a trailer that had maybe Kraft cheese on it or something. Yeah. I had never seen one of those.
I had a lot of the Tonka trucks. I got some left, but I had a lot of Tonka trucks and equipment. That stuff sold really quick.
Now this stuff, what here? Do you carefully go over here so we can see these toys that you from this side? This is stuff in your personal collection over here.
Yep.
And I really like that Farmall tractor. I've never seen one. What type is that? Type M? I see.
Yeah, that's an M. They only made them for the international tractor dealers back in the early '80s, and I've got the boxes for the tractor and the trailer, and I had got that for my dad for his birthday in Christmas in 1983. And when he died, I got it back. And he had original real M tractor. My oldest son's got it, but those are hard to find that size.
I've got a guy, I think I was telling you, I filmed him, Ralph Robertson from Greasy Holler. He's 95. He's got a Type C tractor, Farmall. He bought it new in 1950. So he's had it 72 years. So he's had it for a minute. So that's what got my attention. We've made some videos about his tractor a couple of times, and I noticed the first thing when I come in here the other day, yesterday I come in, I noticed the little gremlin you had over here. And my dad was a AMC Jeep dealer back in the 70s, so that caught my attention. And you said your son still got a gremlin. And
he's got a 74 gremlin, original one.
And you had
he bought it when he was 15. He's 33 now.
33.
Yeah.
So did he like moving down here with y'all when his...
Yeah. All my kids come down except for my oldest son. He still lives up there. got a good job, and he's married and got kids up there, so he wants to move down here, but it'll be a while.
So we got some stuff in here. It's
Yeah.
oh, here's Maytag Multi Oil. How about that?
That's oil for the Maytag engine.
Then you got some reproduction neon clocks. I love the neon.
Yeah, we saw a lot of those.
Yep, I see that. I think I've seen one. Did they make one with Gulf on it?
Yeah.
Sold out of it, I guess, didn't you? I love the Gulf stuff. Anything Gulf. It's.
There's a vintage bike, Schwinn bike.
Oh, I couldn't hardly see it
Can't
with
even see it. It's a Jaguar, made in the early '60s.
Let's see, maybe I can get it. Oh yeah, here's a better picture of it. Yeah. So I bet you. How long have you had that one?
Oh, I've had that one probably about 25 years.
25 years.
There's another Schwinn. That's a 1953 model.
Yeah. So yeah, this is something we kind of overlooked here a minute ago, but you was on American Pickers at one time.
Yep, back in 2010, they filmed us. They were there for about 8 hours filming, and it aired August 9th of 2010.
Can't see it real good because of the glare in the light, but looks like they gave you a T-shirt that says "I got picked, American Pickers," and there's some pictures. Is that you? I can't see with my glasses. Are you in that picture there? Okay.
Yeah. That's me, and then my oldest son. There.
Okay, yeah. So,
but yeah,
this is the paper you see them give out on the show all the time. They can walk up and hand that out. Things they're looking for. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
they came to one of my buildings. I had 4 levels to it. You could just barely walk in it. And but yeah, they filmed for 8 hours. They only used about 15 minutes of it.
Right. Yeah. That was in Chicago. That your place you had up there.
About 70 miles west of Chicago.
Yeah. Well, we're standing right here. Look at this. Now, this is something that Mike from American Pickers likes. He likes these big, big. What do you call this bicycle?
The high wheel bike.
The high wheel. I was going to call it a big wheel.
This was made in the early 1900s.
Early 1900s. So I see you've got several bicycles. Is bicycle something you like, or you just buy?
Oh yeah, I used to have over 200 of them when I moved down here. 200
bicycles.
Yeah, a lot of them are old, from the 30s to the 60s. And I sold most of them all off. Just too much space they take up.
Well, yeah. Sounds like you got enough inventory stocked up in these back buildings to sell for quite a few years now without having to buy a whole lot.
This one here, really hard to find. I think I've seen one in over 30 years. Made in 1917. You put the ice on top up here, and you put the bottles down below.
Well, I didn't even ask you about this when I come in because I thought this was a reproduction.
Nope.
But it's not because it's in such good shape.
Yeah, it's been restored. It was restored about 14 years ago.
14 years ago. Wow. What year now?
1917.
1917. So this has been one of the very first type of dispensers they had. It says 5 cents. What did you pay at the counter? So you just go in. It would have been in a general store. And then you said they put the ice at the top.
Yep.
And the drinks were at the bottom.
Yep.
So they'd put ice in it every couple days.
Even some of them had an attachment. They had a glass water bottle on the side. You get cold drink of water.
So yeah, when I first come in here, I didn't really even pay no attention to it because I thought it was just a reproduction.
Nope.
Of some sort.
That pop machine down there is one of the smallest coin-operated ones they ever made.
Okay, let's look at it then. We didn't see it. So you had this one restored too?
Yep, I had that one restored.
Oh,
You've got the bottles in it.
Wow, how about that?
And they're full.
So this is one of the oldest?
One of the oldest small coin ones they made.
Small coin. What year would that have been from?
I believe it's in the late 40s.
Late 40s?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you had quite a few machines on your Facebook page that you sold already.
Yeah, so, they're already gone. I think I've only got maybe one pop machine left out on the porch. But
well, we're gonna go outside in just a minute because you got some stuff out there. You got another car out there, and then you've got a 1924
Chevrolet screenside delivery truck in the back room. Yep.
All right, so I'm hoping you're enjoying everything so far because I'm having an absolute ball here seeing everything. We have showed us so much stuff you're not even seeing on the video. There's no way we can get it in there. You can come here spend hours looking at things. And now Keith's going to take us to the back room. We're going to see behind the scenes what you won't see when you come in here, because I think I mentioned it earlier. He's got a 1924 Chevrolet delivery truck that you've been restoring it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Looking good. Let's go back and see it.
Yep. All I got left to do is put the fenders and the running boards and radiator and hood on it. Do a little wiring, a little plumbing on it.
Do you have any history of where it was used at?
It actually originally come from Missouri. That's where it was brand new at.
Missouri. Where'd you buy it out of?
I bought it out of Illinois, up there about 20 miles from where I lived at.
So, what kind of shape was it in when you first got it, Keith?
It needed woodworking done on it, you know.
Talking about right back here?
Yeah, yeah. Brand new wood, all wood top.
Okay, I see that up in here, yeah.
See, a lot of these trucks, they're not around anymore because they all rotted away. Sitting outside, they just rot. Okay,
so there are a lot of wood. This vehicle's made a lot out of wood, ain't it, mostly? So we've got a tailgate here. Is it wood too?
Tailgate, yep.
Is this your radiator for the front?
Yeah, that's for that's radiator and shell.
Yeah. So you must have had it painted at one time, huh?
Yeah, back 21 years ago, I had the fenders and everything painted for it.
So you've just been a long-term project.
Yeah, you work on it for a while and stop and work on it.
So you was talking about this motor right here, how you had to do the lifters.
Yeah, there's an oil can mounted on the cowl there.
Oh, I see it over there.
On the firewall, and you had to oil the rocker arms ever so often because it's all exposed.
Exposed rocker arms.
Yep.
So that's a how many cylinder? 4?
4-cylinder. Yep. The generator is not on there; it's inside the truck. Generator was generator, distributor, and oil pump, all in one unit.
Oh yeah? Have you had it running yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Did you redo the motor,
or
it's been rebuilt but not fired it up yet, huh?
Yep.
Wow. That'd be that's going to be a good video if you let me come film that. Fire that rascal up. That'll be good, won't it? So you've got a hood that looks like maybe that goes
I've got
over.
the hood for it. It's all done, painted.
And that would be metal, probably. The hood.
It's all metal.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we'd really love to see that thing get fired up. It seemed like when we was back here, you had some Maytag engines somewhere.
Back here.
Motors or something.
I got a collection of Maytag engines and washing machines. And these are all old Maytag engines right here.
Yeah, that's where it was. I saw it. Yeah, how about that? Golly, they're down here on the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen people with maybe one, but I haven't seen somebody with 30 or 40 like you've got.
That one right there. And there's a 1-cylinder one up here. I bought them when I was 12 years old.
12 years old?
First engines I bought.
Oh, my goodness. How about, this must be your workroom back here.
Yeah, it's kind of cluttered up right now. But here's a Maytag lawnmower. They made lawnmowers.
Maytag lawnmower.
Yep.
Golly.
There's more Maytag stuff there, Maytag.
So, is this just, it looks like you just do about anything. I see you got another red light here you're working on.
Yeah, I got to get some parts for it.
How do you find parts for something like that?
On eBay. And I know some people down in Georgia, they deal in stoplights and they sell parts.
Yeah, well, you got a nice workshop back here to fix about anything you want to work on.
Yeah.
Now, what's that grill up there for?
That's off of Crosley, 1948 Crosley.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got a car out front, that 3-wheel car. What's that called?
Freeway car.
Freeway.
Yep.
Okay, we'll go out there and look at that for a minute. And you got some gas pumps and some different things out there that I'm sure people would like to see. And then maybe next time I come, we can get you to take us down here in the back of your building. He's got a building back there you can see through here.
Yeah, it's full, 30 by 40.
Well, I see all kinds of gas pumps down there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of gas pumps out there.
So is this your trailer that you take when you do shows?
Yeah, that's my trailer.
So you set up and that's a big one. How many foot's that?
18 foot.
18 foot, yeah. All right, yeah, let's go outside here for a minute and look at some of your stuff. All right, we just came outside, and as you can see, it's snowing. It's January, and we got a little bit of snow. But this is the Keith's sign that says A to Z screen printing. You know, it's more of antique store, I guess, now. So I guess, are you going to change the name or
a little bit?
A little bit.
It still have A to Z, but I've already got T-shirts that I'm making up. Say A to Z custom signs, antiques, and collectibles.
Okay, so you're still going to do some signs.
Yep.
So this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
We drove by it during the 127 yard sale last year, and there was a lot of people here, and we didn't have time to stop. But we're going to go over here and look at some of his stuff. So how many gas pumps do you own?
Oh, I don't know. I think I probably got 25, 30 of them right now. 25
or 30, yeah. So this is one thing I thought interesting yesterday when I was here looking, was this vehicle here. So tell us a little bit about this.
That's a 1981 freeway car, three-wheel. It gets 100 miles a gallon. They made them for about 4 years in Minnesota, the factory. They built less than 800 of them. It has a 12-horse Tecumseh engine, automatic trans, and it will fly. I've had it up to 65 miles an hour.
So you used to drive this one, huh?
Yep. I bought it from the original owners.
And it's titled just like a regular vehicle, huh?
Titled, yep.
So it seems like you like those little small vehicles.
I love it. I used to have a lot of the small ones, different ones.
You've got a couple other vehicles. What's these other vehicles you got down here on the other side?
Those are 1948 Crosleys. Here's a
oh, okay. We've got
this is a model of a case steam tractor.
It's a model. What do you mean?
It's a scaled down model.
A scaled down model.
It was built about 40 years ago.
Wow. So yeah, we're finding so much stuff here. Right here, while we're out here, I'm gonna get a picture right here. This is your motorcycle. You can see it from the window better out here.
I bought that brand new in 1969.
Yeah. How about that? I had about a 74 model like that.
Yeah.
A little bit newer, a 50. So you got another tractor out here on the front too.
Yep, that's a 1930 1020 McCormick Deering.
You've even got stuff on you got a machine gun on the roof, looks like.
Yeah, got a Sinclair Dinosaur up there.
Yeah. That's cool.
But this Crosley, this is a 1948 Crosley pickup. They didn't make very many of them. I used to play in that truck when it was running and driving. We were the next door neighbor to the guy that owned it. He had about 30 Crosleys back then. He used to race them, but he used to drive that truck. I used to go in his driveway, sit in there and play in it when I was 5 years old. I said, I always wanted to buy that, and I finally bought it back in 2011 when he died, and they had an auction. I had my son go to the auction and buy it.
Well, how about that? Did he still have all the other ones he had collected?
Yeah, he sold several of them. I bought both of the wagon also there.
Okay, there's one down here. Let's look at it.
That's a 1948 Crosley wagon.
Now, I don't know what Crosleys are. I've heard of that. Where was that made at?
They're made in Indiana, Ohio. Crosley made appliances and all sorts of stuff.
Okay, now that's more familiar when it comes to, you say, appliances. So they was making appliances?
Refrigerators and radios.
Got into automotive business.
Yeah.
So how many years do they make vehicles like that?
I think up to 1952. From, I believe it was around 1939 or 40 when they first started coming out with them. They used to be two-cylinder.
What kind of motor? Did they make their own motor, or did they buy?
I believe they did. They don't look like anything else.
Nothing else. Okay. Yeah. We're going to get ready to close this video out. I'm going to put the information to get a hold of Keith in there, and you can see, just Google A to Z screen printing and signs and Clarkrange, and it'll come up. But I'll have that information. We can find his Facebook page too and contact Keith, because I know there's some stuff here that you're going to want to buy, because he has some great prices on some stuff. And
just standing here, I'm looking in the window. I forgot all about the high wheel bike.
The high wheel bike. There's so much, but if this video does good for you and you want us to come back, we're going to come back and see more. And hey, I appreciate your time, Keith, and we'll see y'all next time. These pieces like this right here, the automotive, and
I've had a lot of them I sold.
The people that stowed stuff like that away years ago never realized. I've hauled stuff like that to the dump. throw it away, and then now it's worth quite a bit of money.
Yep.
So yeah, this is definitely good prices on them. I'm looking at some of it because I buy some of that every now and then, and